Okay. Thank you so much for inviting me to this online open day, and I'm glad to be here to deliver the info session and the admission policy sharing with all of you. I am Rio Chen, and I'm the assistant manager of the international admissions from the Shanghai International School of Finance, Fudan University. And I will fully support your application at any stage of your application procedure. If you have any inquiries, do not hesitate to ask me at any point if you met any questions. Okay, and first of all, I want to show you some of the photos. And basically, Fudan in Shanghai, there's 4 campuses, and we are in the People's Square, and we call it the Ganglu campus, and we located in the very city center of Shanghai. And the main campus of Fudan located in Handan, which you can see the pictures from the left. Okay, and today I will mainly tell something about the full-time FMBA program. But first of all, I want to introduce Fudan University a little bit. Fudan University is a world-famous university as from the QS World University ranking. In 2022, it ranked 31st, while for all the Chinese universities, we almost rank the top 3 in the other time. And apart from this, and some of the students may ignore that Fudan performed really good in the finance area, as Fudan University offers commerce studies and firstly introduced banking and finance department to students in China in 1917. And Fudan University also is the first branch of the higher education institutions to get the degree confer right to grant finance degree in master, PhD, and even higher level. Also, Fudan University is also the first branch of higher education institutions to provide the national key disciplines, and it is only among the area of Jiangsu and Zhejiang province and the Shanghai district. And until this year, Fudan University has become a very overall university. And if you're interested in our university, we are welcome to accept your applications. But then I will spend more time to discuss about the full-time mass business administrations in finance area, which we will call the FMBA program. First of all, this is a 2-year English program, and which means it would be necessary for you to come to Shanghai and join us in person. And for the faculty, there are around over 60 leading faculty with industry experience. Also, Fudan University provides a wide range of the scholarships. Just now I saw someone ask if he or she can get the scholarship from the MBA degree. Yes, we did. And if you are the very good candidates, and we can confident to tell you that it's highly possible for you to get the 100% scholarships. And also, and these are some photos of our student lives. The social links between students, we will even start earlier than the semester started. You can see the right 4 photos, and all these photos are taken before the September coming. And the right for the left 4 photos are took before the semester started, and while for the right 4 photos, they are taken after the semester started. And we take care of every part of the students, not only on their studies, but also their personal development. And about the program, first, I want to talk about the location. Where do we locate it? We located in Shanghai, one of the financial economics in the world. And as I mentioned before, the Ganglu campus just located in the city, very city center of Shanghai. It only takes about 15 minutes by metro to Lujiazui and only 20 minutes by walk to Wechat. These 2 areas are the famous financial centers in Shanghai, which means students will have a wide range of the hands-on learning opportunities during the program. They can do the internships, or they can meet the professions in the finance industry or other industries in Shanghai. Very convenient. Also, you will have the Fudan alumni, and in different campuses, we will have different kind of activities for international students to widen their networkings. Also, if you are interested in finance, or if you are interested in management, I will say it's the best place for you to start your career. As you can imagine, in Shanghai, apart from the Shanghai Stock Exchange, Shanghai Gold Exchange, Future Exchange, Diamond Exchange, we have countless companies and their main business will be focused on finance. Even just in Lujiazui, there are over 500 companies and their main business are finance related. And for our school is founded to want to becoming the world leading business schools and focusing on the high-end financial talent education and financial think tank research. So if you are interested in finance or you want to convert your career in finance in the future, you are welcome to submit your application. And then about the world leading faculty. There are three main types of the faculty. The first would be the full-time faculty. And we will say all the full-time faculty, we have around 60 full-time faculty and all of them are the tenure track, which means all of them are the tenure in the universities overseas at the same time. Also, we will have the academic visiting professor and the guest professor. And all these guest professors, they are the leading professors and the elites came from the different industries. I will talk about this part later in details. And then you may be curious about the curriculum, as this is a full-time finance MBA program, and the student has to learn the finance and management at the same time. For the first year, we will have 4 modules and totally 16 courses for students to learn. And each module will spend about 3 months to complete. And the student has to spend at least 6 weeks in campus to learn the series and the extra 2 weeks to do the live learning project. What does it mean? For example, when you do the module 1 study, if you told us you are interested in the financial accounting, and then you can choose the financial accounting live learning project. While if you are interested in the microeconomics, and you can choose the microeconomics related live learning project. And in the first year, you will have to do 4 live learning projects. And all of these live learning projects, they are not the case studies in about 10 years ago or 5 years ago. These projects are the real cases, what is real is actually happening in the industry. If you do some of the projects, and some of the students have to sign the contract with the company and promised I will not share the data with the public when I do the projects. And also, once you Fudan cares about the students' future career a lot. As a result, once you start your study journey in Fudan, you will have your career mentor. What does a career mentor mean? If you join the program and then you told us, hey, Rio, I'm interested in the banking and finance industry. And then in the first year, you will have the career mentor from the banking and finance industry. And all these mentors you can pick, they have the working experience over 20 years, which means you not only the series you are learning, you are also learn from these mentors, from these leading professions and allies from the different industries, and learn how they will practice this series in real life. Also, as we are an MBA program, where student has to learn some of the extended learning series. For example, if you want to learn management skills or the leadership, and all these kind of courses are in the extended learning office. And we also will organize different kind of activities for different students. For the MBA program, the career is the most important one. As a result, in the first year, some of the students also will choose to do the internships. And it's very important for all the students to complete the summer internship. Will calculate the credits for each student. So you have to do the summer internship after the whole year study in Fudan University. If you have any questions about this part, you can ask me. And if I have time, I will answer one by one. In year 2, some of the students will think, oh, compared to year 1, it looks not that busy. It's not true. Because in the second year, students will spend more time on their work placement. And also, after all the life learning project in year 1, after all the case studies in year 1, and students will be easily to make decision what pathway is they're actually interested in. For example, if you're interested in the VCPE and you can just select electives from the VCPE pathway, while if you are interested in the fintech and just choose the fintech as your future study pathways. If you want to learn more management skills, and you can choose the consulting. And also you want to get the degree from our partner universities overseas, and you can also choose second year to do the overseas study to get the double degree. Meanwhile, some of the students will spend about at least 6 months in the internships at the second year. And then I will in detail talk about the life learning project. Life learning project is called the Learning Through Integrated Vicarious Experience. What does it mean? Because when MBA student, when they graduate and they want to achieve success in their career. And it's very horrible if you do not understand how to practice theories into practice. That's why after each module, we will have the life learning projects. However, it's also very important for all the MBA students to learn from the professions and allies in the financial industry and from different industries. And for example, if you have the issue when make the decision and then you don't know what to do, learn from these professions in the real industry. That's the quickest way. And we hope all our students could gain the real industry experience during their study and they are not keep blanked. Also, students will have problem solving and real world experience. And all these projects are coming from the very top companies and in the industry. For more information, you can get from our official website, and because the time limited, I will speak very quick. And then it will be the personal development, as Fudan University will take care about the personal development of each student. And here are some photos for the MBA students. And when you graduate from the MBA program, we hope you gain the skills of the leadership, innovation, team spirit, and ethics. But it's not only gain these skills during the 2-year study. We hope all this 2-year study in Fudan University could influence you for the lifelong time. For example, if you want to learn leadership, and we will take students to visiting different companies, and they could spend 1 or 2 days just like stay next to the CEOs and to see how they arrange different meetings, how they're going to do different decisions, how is they going to hang out with the human resource related problems. And when you see these cases in person, and it will help you to become a better person. Once you become a better person, and you can gain the leadership. The last part would be the global opportunities. As Fudan University has the global opportunities with different universities, there are 2 kinds of the overseas study. First would be the short period, which means in the every spring and fall, students will have 1 chance to do the overseas modules, and one of the overseas module is compulsory, which means if you do not do the overseas modules, and you cannot gain the credit. And the fees to study overseas has been included in the tuition fee. You do not need to pay the extra. And here are some universities we have the corporate with. While if you think 1 or 2 weeks is too short, in the second year, you can have the longer, you will have the longer chance to do the to gain the second degree from our partner schools. We have the cooperation with the University of Wisconsin and with the Columbia University. While with the Wisconsin, we focus on the real estate management, while for the Columbia, we focus on the engineering related part. For example, if you want to do the fintech, and then you can choose Columbia. If you want to do the business and analytics, and you can also choose Columbia. The only difference is between the for the Wisconsin, you only need to spend 6 months there, while for the Columbia, you have to spend 1 and 6 months to gain the second degree. Also, for all the students, even you are pre-admitted. For example, some of the students, we have already started the recruitment for the 2022 intake. And if you submit the application forms recently, and when you get the offer, and we will start the connection with you, and we will hold the regular class meetings. If you are overseas, it's fine, you can attend us virtually. And also, if you, we will have the very unique Professional Development Center, which is called PDC, to care about the career development for each student and for all the, as well as all the overseas students. The very interesting case is like we got one students from French, and he cannot speak Chinese at all when he joined us. And even though he still got the chance to do the internship as the investor in a very famous financial company in Shanghai. And for the PDC, each of students will have chance to do the career consulting, will have the career lead assessment, and they will have the career mentor, as I mentioned just now. And also students, if you already in China, and you will have the chance to do the pre-MBA intern, which means even though you have not started to do the MBA study, you can already gain the help from Fudan University to do the intern job here in Shanghai. For all the students, we also have different kind of activities, some of MBA related and some of just the seasonal celebration. For all the international students, you are required to attend the Chinese language lessons. And we have the pre-session language course. We also have the in-seminar language course. If you cannot speak Chinese at all, and then you have to attend the pre-session language course. While if you can speak Chinese and you can talk to Chinese people, and that is fine. You can only pick the in-seminar language course. Also, if you did not start finance or business or anything related to economics before, it's fine, because we will have the pre-courses for all the students. And the pre-course will start in May. From May to August, all the students has to attend the online pre-course, and we will teach the financial accounting foundations, and we will introduce some of the mathematics to you. Also, we will help you to build the solid foundation for the business world. And then it's about admission, as we has already started the recruitment for the FMBA program. And for all the international students, you can apply for this program if you hold degrees in any discipline. If you learn arts, it's fine. If you learn English, it's fine. If you learn engineering, it's fine. And also, bachelor degree holders with at least 3 years working experience, which means until 2022, you need to show you will have at least 3 years working experience. But some students may ask, I graduated about 3 years ago, but I didn't but in these 3 years, I keep doing the internships. I do not have the full-time jobs. It's fine, because we will have the interview after you submit the application. So during the interview, we will ask you carefully about your future career plans. And it is also necessary for you to be fluent in English. If you have IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, it's fine, just submit it. But if you do not hold the English language certifications, it's fine, you can still submit your application online while we will test your English during the interview. GRE and GMAT is also highly recommended. Some of the if you didn't perform excellent on your transcripts, I will highly suggest you to have a GMAT or GRE score when you apply. And I think I still have some time left, so I will introduce our student profile. And for the FMBA program, we will have 22% of students hold the postgraduate or above, and 37% students hold the overseas education background. Either they'll do the bachelor degree overseas or doing their postgraduate overseas. And for all the, we will have 11% of students from overseas for the FMBA program, while I think this is mainly because the influence of COVID-19. Without it, number here will be higher. And only 39% of students learn finance and economics before. The others are the subjects other than finance. We even have students who studied medicine before. Here are some of the students came from, and as you can see, if the students hold the overseas education, and they all graduate from the very top universities. We have the students from Oxford, we also have the students from the Toronto or LSE, and for all the students came from the domestic, for all the domestic students, and they all graduate from the very famous universities as well. As students will need to show 4 years, as student has to have the 3 years working experience. The average working experience for our students is 4 years, and their average age is 27. The female rate is a little bit lower. Currently, it's only 37. We hope next year we will have more female students. As the most of students will apply the GMAT. When they applied, the average GMAT would be the 720. And for the average GRE, it would be around 320. And how to submit your application? First of all, at Shanghai International School of Finance, we have our unique application portal. So the first step you have to do is to fulfill the online application form. Once we receive your full application form, we will evaluate your background, and then you will be invited to an interview. During the interview, if you perform excellent, then congratulations, you can get the offer directly. Well, if you did not perform that good, we may give you the conditional offer. It may be conditioned on your English, or maybe on your GMAT or GRE.